All right. Yeah, so today is Friday, 13th of March. So I recorded last Thursday. Okay, so it's been more than a week. So I just finished my class. I've been speaking for 3 hours and I'm super tired. I'm also sleepy because I didn't sleep well yesterday. Anyway, so yeah, okay, the week has been okay. Again, like thanks to AI, I think I've done more than what I could do. But it's so yeah, more and more I've been thinking about AI like giving you more work because of like okay, its ability to produce more, but the bottleneck is the verification. So I have to verify more. So I have like done on paper like five different things which are unbelievably good, like amazing. Like that would have taken again months and months of work. Like for instance, I'll give you two examples. So one is I have a student who's working on analyzing a lot of ChatGPT data that we've collected. It's large scale data, like millions of conversations. So we built some tooling around it, and the student has been working on it for like 4 months, 3 months, something like that. And so now finally we have some results, like, but they are all unorganized. So they are like, I don't know, 25 results, and they're all over the place. The one thing that is my job is to sit down and say, okay, these are the four main themes, and these are the results that we present. All of these will go in the appendix or not include them, kind of thing. And that is kind of my job in a sense. Like a lot of it is just this sort of editorializing, curating. So one thing I wanted to try, because this was like a busy week with some other things, I said, okay, let me describe this as much as I can to Claude and give examples. So yeah, I use Claude Code, like, and I gave it all the 25 plots, and I said, these are the plots, this is the analysis, this is the code that did the analysis. Take a look at all of them. Try to think about like this as a research paper. Give me four or five different sections and write this down. And like I showed in the last video, like it's now also able to write LaTeX and compile LaTeX and things like that. So, and that I left it to it. Like it took a bunch of maybe an hour or so to research all the stuff, like write all of that. But now it produced like this 24-page paper. And the the good thing is, okay, I have a 24-page paper. The bad thing is now I have to read those 24 pages, every single line of it, making sure that it's not there's no errors in it. I mean, and it did most of what I said. Like I said, okay, these are the five papers where there are, you're using similar data to replicate all the results from those in my data set. And it did replicate, like, but many of those are either repetitive because it didn't take care of, like, okay, this paper, this plot from this paper, and this plot from this paper are the same, or like really meaningless. So maybe in that paper, they had a unit of measurement which made sense to do some set of plot, but for us, it doesn't make sense, or things like that. So it's uh, that load has been compressed. Like now, I didn't have to sit down and like format it and write it, rewrite the code to generate the right type of plot and things like that. But now I have this dump of results on me, which is almost as bad, like, or again, like, I mean, it's not bad in a sense. I'm not complaining about how bad the AI is. It's really, really good. It's too good, but it gives me this sort of extra. I mean, it's not an extra load. It's the job is not done. So and so I'm writing a piece where my main hypothesis is that just because you're able to achieve this doesn't mean your jobs will be you'll get more free time. The idea there is that I want to say, and I'm also feeling this myself, is you will do more things, right? Like, so right now, okay, so that's one example of this kind of project that I could easily give it to Claude Core and it is able to do something. But now I have to again put in those, instead of the 20 hours, I might have to put in 10 hours working with that. And like, because it introduced these new results, I have to check those results and all of that stuff. So that's the verification bottleneck. The other thing that I did is also, again, like completely because of AI. So we are doing this work on data centers and the impact on energy prices. So now I'm able to discover these huge variety of data sets because of AI. So, I can tell it, okay, this is the problem. What are the kinds of data sets that are available? Especially for an open-ended problem like this, where, it's not necessary that you uh, take this one data set and look at it, or do this survey and look at it. It's a very open-ended problem of like, okay, how is data center uh, creation impacting energy prices? Because the energy market is so big, there could be many, many areas of attack. They gave me these like 4 or 5 different angles, and then I went down those rabbit holes. And it's not just my time in that; it's orchestrating AI to do the work in those rabbit holes. So, which is like, for instance, one of them is there's a lot of public PDF data, which is back and forth between the state government and the public utility works company. So I could get all of that data and use AI to understand what is being said in all of this legal document correspondence, like what is comments on data centers, what are costs associated with data center creation, and things like that. So that was completely only possible because of AI. So, I did that, but again, that's new work. I wouldn't have touched that at all. So instead of, I don't know, 20 hours of work, I did it in 1 hour. But still, that 1 hour is an extra hour because I wouldn't have done that previously. So that's okay. One example. The other I did also is, like, I realized that there's this census data which also has electricity prices at a zip code level. So I got that data, and then I got some other data about where data centers are present, and then I looked at the sort of diff and diff situation of like, yeah, if a data center is constructed, and you have the prices before the data center is constructed, after, like, what is the increase because of the data center being constructed in that zip code level. And so that sort of causal analysis, again, would have taken me a month. Maybe I would not have even done that, but now I'm able to do that. Like, again, chain all of these things together, like this part of discovering the data sets, writing scripts to scrape that data set, scale it up for all 50 states, then write the analysis, like the causal analysis, all of that stuff. So I was able to do it in one day. But again, that 1.5 day that I spent in this week is all new things, and I'm not even sure if that's helpful. It's, that curiosity. And I think, academia will go towards that, like where science will explode in a sense, or that will lead to more work, like rather than, I mean, because you have more AI, like you're able to do more types of things and more types of work because of AI. Anyway, so that's 1.5 day was spent on just these data center kind of work, where I still have to I got the analysis of all the results, but I still have to analyze and look at the results, see if that makes sense. Is that implementation correct? All of that's, again, the verification bottleneck. So that's one thing I did. So there's these 2 or 3 data center rabbit holes that took like 2 full days of work. Then one day I was working on this WhatsApp project, like our WhatsApp data analysis project. There, I mean, it's a bit of back and forth, but I think I almost have that paper ready. Now I just have to finalize the human parts of it, the analysis parts of it, which is now by AI, is almost done. Now I have to just write the thing and like structure it, like put it in context related work. All of these are human components that I still have to do. I will do that. So that was one day. Then today is all teaching. Yesterday was all teaching, and I was trying to write this blog post. Yesterday, again, I think it's a very nice post, but it's a very complex argument. So the argument that I made here, I don't know how much sense it made, but yeah, it's about the sort of verification bottleneck, but also at the same time, you will get more work and not less work, and like this sort of job is not a sum of its parts or sum of tasks that you can pass it. That's the kind of argument. So anyway, I spent a lot of time yesterday figuring that out, but I could not like finalize it. And yeah, the other is just reading a lot of different things. I tweeted about a bunch of things about other people using AI work for video analysis. Oh yeah, the other thing that I spent a lot of, I mean, not sleep very well because I was really excited. Yesterday night, I found this, I mean, just a crazy random thought on like, okay, so web scraping used to be this huge part of research. Now web scraping is automatable, but okay, obviously it has been automatable for a while now with the AI tools. But one thing I was thinking of was this sort of browser automation. Can we do that with just a video recording? So that's the task that I wanted to do yesterday night. And what I did is I just recorded a video of me describing and share screen, going through the task and saying, okay, you have to go to this website, search for this thing, click on this, go through these 5 pages. For each page, like, put them in a list, like get each of those pages, and then download all the PDFs from there. Again, man, I mean, if you haven't done this kind of thing, like, uh, if I mean, I'm one thing I'm afraid of is like people will say, okay, why is this guy like talking about web scraping, which is like a 2-year-old thing? Like, AI has been able to do that, but this level of just showing it and it going and implementing that is just unprecedented. It's really, really good. Like, it opens up a lot of possibilities. I really hope people appreciate and understand the context there. But anyway, I was super excited about that. I was recording these videos yesterday. But yeah, so that's another thing that I did. Okay, overall, yeah, and I also so the reason why I spent a lot of time, it's not originally in my plan on the data center stuff, is that I'm presenting something next week. So next week is going to be a super busy week. So I'll be in New York City twice on Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, I'll talk about it next week. But yeah, next week is also spring break, so there's no classes. But yeah, thank you. I need to go now. Go to pick up my son. But yeah, see you next week.